Good afternoon, fellas. If you have seen some of my previous videos, you know exactly where I am right now. But this time, I'm not with the truck. Welcome back to the channel if you have been here before, and if you're new, I'm glad to have you. But right now, I am super glad to introduce to you a brand new car that I just picked up. This is a 1996. We'll wait for someone to pass. This is a 1996 Chevrolet C4 Corvette. I just picked it up about 5 weeks ago, and I wanted to learn really how to drive it because it's a manual. It's my first manual car I've ever bought. It's the second manual car I've ever driven. That would be my friend's Volvo C30. But I really wanted to grasp it before I kind of revealed it on the channel. And now I think I have a pretty basic, sort of intermediate level understanding of how to drive a manual car. This has the ZF6 speed. It's got the 350, very famous Chevy V8. And because this is a manual C4 in the 1996 model year, it very, very desirably comes with the LT4. It's pretty much just a hopped up version of the LT1 that came in a lot of the later model years of this car. But pretty much what it is it started out in the Grand Sport version of this car from, I think, 1992 to 95. Could be mistaken on that. They got rid of the Grand Sport in 96, and they pretty much just threw that engine in anytime you got the manual option. So it was like a combined option. So this is, you know, fairly rare version of a C4, I want to say. I purchased it in the competition yellow. Not particularly the paint job I was looking for, but I'm not mad either. This is beautiful, beautiful color. I didn't really want any of the shades. I knew I wanted a color, so I'm glad that I at least ended up with that. Yellow is a beautiful color. I can't complain at all. It's pretty much bone stock. It has absolutely nothing done to it except for replace suspension. That used to be Bilstein. Now they're just standard AC Delco units. It's got pop-up headlights, which really drew me towards this generation. They do like a complete 180 when you flip them up, which is pretty cool. It's only got about 108,000 kilometers on it when I picked it up 5 weeks ago. It's now got 109,400, so I put about 1,400 kilometers on it. Aftermarket catback exhaust, that was put on by the previous owner. I love it because it means that I don't have to do it, because you can't have a Corvette with a stock exhaust, of course. Another thing it's pretty interesting is this center gas cap. I thought that was pretty cool. You can park on either side. Perpendicular fueling, as they call it too, if you want. But yeah, the only thing I've done it so far is put tinted plate covers, because why not? I did give it a wash the other day. Oh, the tires are 13 years old. They still got plenty of tread on them. Good life. They're Continental Extreme Contacts, so I won't be replacing them anytime soon. It passed the safety, no problem. But yeah, the tires are pretty old. What else? What else? I think that's about it. Without further ado, I should probably hop in, start up, show you guys what it's all about. So to close the hood, you just push that in. There's sort of supposed to be an arrow here, but it's been washed away. And you just let the hood close and drop it. Sometimes that side, for whatever reason, likes to stay propped up, so I just gotta, there we go. It's a very hot day today. 30 degrees Celsius. I don't know for all my American folks watching what that is in Fahrenheit, unfortunately. Oh, another thing, this is an American car. So it came from Chicago, Illinois. All the gauges are in Fahrenheit and stuff like that, which is pretty cool, but whatever, you know. It's nor here nor there. Getting in is a little bit of a job. The door sills, as you can see, are extremely high, and oh, the handbrake's on the left side. Pretty interesting. To shut the door, you really gotta give it a good slap. But safety first. just grab our keys and start her up. So foot all the way down on the clutch. Listen for the fuel pump hum. Let's turn off the AC here. And just start her up. Obviously, I had to drive here, so it's already all warm and it starts very nicely. Cassettes. This is what I've been using to listen to music. I think it's honestly tapped into a section of my brain that I've never tapped into before. Not being able to just instantly jump to different songs and having to rewind and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. I have a route planned out for us where we're gonna go. Very similar to the last one. I think it was called Scenic Drive in my F-150. That video I was filmed last year. I'll probably just do the same route. It's a pretty nice drive. And that's it. So to get going, you're just gonna wanna foot on the regular brake, put down the handbrake, and she in neutral, clutch, and first gear. If I do anything that icks or irks any of the very talented manual drivers that may be watching this video, I'm sorry. I'm brand new to this. So just give me some time, I'll be a little bit better, hopefully by the end of summer. But what I just did there is, because I'm coming to a stop probably for a while now, because there's a lot of cars, just throw it in neutral. You know, I've been told that that saves a lot of wear on the clutch, so that's what I've been doing. All right, we'll pop in behind this F-250 right here. Oh, and I also installed a skip shifter on this car because it has like a forced thing from the factory to save fuel, where you have to, it'll lock you out of second and third and it'll force you 1 to 4. There's actually a light that pops up like right here. You guys will probably see it throughout this video at some point, but the light still comes on, but I removed like the whole functionality of the forced shift thing, because I just did an oil change to it, and while I was underneath, you just unplug the harness and mask it off so there's no moisture that builds up, but there's nothing that will stop the light from coming on, unfortunately. I've been putting, so far in the first oil change in this car, it takes about 5 quarts of, I use Mobil 1, 5W30. Some people recommend going with the 10W30 just because it's a little bit of a heavier weight oil. And these older cars obviously love that sort of stuff. Man, we're finally going. Okay, yeah, that took a while. But I couldn't find any 10W30 at my local auto parts store, so I just kind of settled for 5W30. No big deal. It is what it is, and the 5W30 was also on sale, so cannot complain. Little third gear. There we go. I hope you guys can see well, and like the view is fine. There was one time I did one of these videos, not with this car, with the truck, where all you saw was my visor. So I hope it's fine. Fourth gear. Oh, and coming from a truck that's very high off the ground, with LED lights that I installed, I'm now experiencing what it's like to drive at night with a low car. And I see why everyone's pissed off about lights nowadays, right? So at least my mirror has this little function here where you can kind of turn it into nighttime mode. It's negligible. It helps a little bit. not night and day difference. Oh, the pun intended. But you know, it's there. It helps a little bit. One thing with the later model years is they got a completely redesigned interior. So I'm sitting in a 96 right now. This new interior came out in, I believe, 1990, where it's more of like a cockpit style. You kind of got everything oriented towards the driver. A little more modern, a mix of analog and digital gauges. One thing with the earlier C4s is that full digital interior, more flat, more square kind of style. I like them both. It doesn't matter. It didn't really matter to me which interior I got. I just really wanted the 6-speed manual, and it so happened that most of them, except for the 89 model year, came with this interior. So I didn't mind too much. And honestly, I love it. I've been having a good time in here. It's a great car to just cruise around in and drive. unlike my truck, which is, you know, it's great to drive, don't get me wrong, but it's huge. It's just a monstrosity of a vehicle. It's very large, so you know, it takes a lot to kind of get up and go. It's not a diesel, mind you, but you know, still. We're gonna throw into fifth now. And yeah, feel free to critique my manual driving. And if you have any recommendations or things you think I should be doing differently, literally just throw it in the comment section. I do not mind at all. If you want to tell me I'm garbage, tell me I'm garbage. You know, that's fine too. I've been getting pretty okay fuel mileage in this car. If we flip through here, 14.2 liters per 100, which is like 16.6 miles per gallon. It's not the greatest, but it's also not the worst. My truck is around that range, maybe a little worse, about 15, 16. So it's fine by me. This right here might look like a modern sort of infotainment screen. It's not at all that. This is where all the warning lights display, and I thought that was pretty cool. But it definitely does look like one of those touch screens you'd find in a new car. All right, let's hit some downshifts here. We're gonna turn into this road. We got some dust going on around here. So I'll just tell you a little bit about the history of this one. It was built in Bowling Green, Kentucky, as Corvettes are, and it lived a solid 15 years of its life in Chicago, Illinois. It was sold to a dealership, traded hands about twice in Chicago, and then it was sold to a gentleman who brought it up to Manitoba, Canada. It was there for about 50,000 kilometers of its life, 10 years or so, and that gentleman was the uncle of the previous owner that I bought it from, who brought it to Ontario, had it since about 2020, put 5,000 kilometers on it, not a whole lot, and held it till 2025, 5 years, sold it to me. So to my understanding, I am the fifth owner, which is just not bad. It's not terrible. It came with the full history and all that, so I kind of see all the records. It's been kept up to date with maintenance, and I think as long as I do that too, hopefully this car will last a good amount of time. Let's get some downshifts in here. That was a little too much. When you hit a downshift perfectly in a manual car, it's like, oh, it feels great. But when you hit it bad, it's the complete opposite. Your whole day is ruined. So I gotta lock in. This is where I come to take some pictures sometimes. It's a nice little spot. Tractor for sale. roof can come off too, which takes a while to do, so I don't do it too often. Since I've owned it, I've only done it once. And then it just stows away in the trunk. It's 4 bolts in each corner. Oh, cute dog. But yeah, it's kind of like a little bit of a prehistoric way to have a soft top, or a convertible, one may say, or oh, target top, sorry. Another thing I noticed about this car, and I learned very quickly, is it runs very hot. Apparently that's just how these cars were designed. I mean, it'll get all the way up to like 230 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot, if it's kind of just sitting at a stoplight and idling and stuff. But fans kick on, it immediately cools down. But it honestly kind of scared me the first time it happens, because I wasn't expecting it. I've never seen a car get that hot in my life. But then it just brings itself back down again. Let's get her on the downshifts. I don't know which way to go from here, but we'll just see where the road takes us, shall we? Okay. As you see, traction control came on there. But this car's fast, man. Oh my god. Oh yeah, oh, so that's another thing. The ASR system, which is GM's version of traction control, it's almost like ABS in the sense that it physically pushes up the pedal when it detects slip. And I just kind of felt that back there, and I forgot it did that. So it kind of scared me a little bit. But yeah, that's an interesting way of doing traction control. Straight up cutting out power. Oh, squirrel. Get out of the way. There we go. But this car, if I had traction control off, would be very scary. I haven't done it yet, and I don't think I'm going to for a long time. That was a not bad start off. Pretty smooth, same with second gear shift. I find first to second to be a little tough to keep smooth, because it's very torquey, gear change especially, and a big difference between the gears too, so I find you kind of have to be on the clutch a little longer and ease off it more than just kind of removing your foot just immediately. But that was not bad. Probably gonna make a left here though. Throw them into neutral. What happened to those cars? Jesus Christ. There you go. See the 1 to light, or the 1 to 4 light on the dash shows up. Used to be a bit of a problem. I hated it when it was, you know, the first few weeks driving this car, but honestly that probably will be the best mod I ever do to this car. construction. And with all that driving, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I think you guys got a really good idea of what this car is all about. I'm glad that I finally got a video out to share it with you guys. And I appreciate you. Anyone who's watching right now, commenting, liking, subscribing, I appreciate all that. So without further ado, I'm gonna head out. Yeah. And that's it. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.